first episode of On Writing with Onkarabile, the show that is aiming to promote reading and writing in our communities. We restore dignity and pride of Africans through the power of reading and writing. Ladies and gentlemen, help me to welcome today on our first episode, Mr. Tinyiko and Aus Naomi, who are here today to share more about promoting reading and writing in Forex trading. Mr. Tinyiko, Aus Naomi, thank you so much for coming.
No. Thank you. We actually feel very honored to be here, and once again, thank you for the invite.
You're welcome. Isn't it strange that you talk about reading and writing when it comes to Forex trading? I mean, one will think that this is reading and writing in Forex trading.
Yeah, well, basically, from my perspective, I think obviously because of there are not a lot of writers when it comes to Forex, a lot might find it a bit strange, But obviously, if you are more of a research kind of person, that will be a norm to you because you're already exposed to the books.
Okay. Yeah. So we do have books about Forex trading?
Yes. There's quite plenty of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never seen one myself. I mean, I went to bookshops, but I've really... Okay, the books is written by our South Africans or international writers?
Yeah, it's actually South African and international writers. So it's global authors, actually.
Okay, yeah. But how do we then, Osnami, promote or make people aware who are interested in Forex trading that there are actually books about Forex trading?
So I think when you start the journey of Forex, you need information, right? So you have to do your due diligence of researching, right? And finding books that are going to teach you more about trading. So I think it's very important for everyone who is starting to trade to get information on the books, because there's books that actually make you understand the words. There are different terms that we use in forex trading. So you need to research about those books that can give you the meaning of all those terms, because it tends to be difficult for some of the people to understand the words in the words that are in the Forex industry that we are using as traders.
Oh, okay.
I think it also goes back to the programming language, So you will only understand the programming language once you are exposed to that industry. So it's a similar thing with Forex as well, whereby you'll only get to understand the language once you're exposed to the industry, actually. So I heard you mentioned the fact that there are no Forex books in bookshops, which is very true because of when I go to a mall normally, with Nomi, by the way, we normally go into bookshops, because of we believe that the most important thing is to actually develop yourself as an individual, right? So I also haven't been in a bookshop that actually sells Forex trading books, right? Which is very weird. But there's actually one shop that I know in Hyde Park which sells Forex books, right? But most of the time, if you get to those bookshops, you don't normally find Forex books. So you would normally find them online, like on Amazon. So I think that also needs to change, where we actually have to bring in those Forex trading books in the bookshops, because of... Imagine if you can think about it, over $7.5 trillion is traded on a daily basis, which makes you understand that all the money in the world is actually in the Forex space. So all we want to do is just get a piece of that pie, I mean, even if you make like 10 million in one day, you didn't even touch the market. That's how much money there is to be made in there. So I think it's very important for us to actually be informed in that space, because of... I believe anyone would enjoy making money from the comfort of their home.
Exactly.
Effortlessly without having to sweat.
Yeah. So, in your mentorship program, because I understand that you guys have mentorship programs where you teach people more about Forex trading. So, do you encourage people, like what you are saying, to go to bookshops also, like the one in Hyde Park, where they can actually get, they can read for themselves what you guys are teaching them?
So, basically, you get different types of characters, right? You get people that enjoy reading, and you get people that don't enjoy reading, which prefer being taught like face to face.
Okay.
So I also think it depends on your character, right? So for example, myself, I've never been the kind of person that actually enjoyed reading. I know I enjoy practice, like doing things practically more than reading, right? And I prefer videos more than reading. However, I understand the power of reading, hence I put in the effort and time to actually read, because of it actually benefits you in terms of the memory, because once you read something, it's easy for you to actually memorize what you've read. So yeah, that I think it depends on the correct. However, it is very beneficial for one to actually read the books, you know, when it comes to that space also.
Yeah,
Okay.
true. So because of on our mentorship, so we have like beginners, intermediate, and advanced. So in the beginners, because of it's people that are new to the forex. So we normally when we teach, because we do sometimes we do online Zoom meetings for our students. So obviously, when we're mentioning some of the concept and the names, and they don't have like more information, we do refer them to say, okay, you can check. There's a book called Pips,
Baby Pips.
Baby Pips. So that book, it's basically for beginners. So we do give them like referral to say, okay, you can check some of the strategies, some of the terms on such books. So,
All right.
yes.
And tell me, the two of you, how do you guys use reading and writing, especially reading, to analyze the market, you know, when it comes, because obviously before you trade, I believe you are going to analyze, you're going to check and research. You don't just trade, isn't it? So how do you guys use reading to actually analyze the market?
Okay, so it goes back to the basics, right? So you need to understand what actually forms the market, right? So in simple terms, forex trading is the epitome of the economy, right? So without forex, there is no economy, right? So that tells you that the fundamentals are actually very important. So you need to understand what is happening fundamentally, right? Where you'll have to go and read about the news in order for you to be informed, because of in order for you to be able to make money from the forex market, you need to be well informed, right? Because of it's a business of probability, right? So when one makes money, another loses money, right? So the one that loses money is most likely less informed than the one that is consistently making money, right? So it just goes back to you get like different types of traders, right? You get a fundamental trader, and you get a technical trader, and then you also get a sentimental trader, right? So a fundamental trader is a trader that normally watches the news or reads about the news, right? And then makes a decision based on what they've read.
Okay.
And then a technical trader is the one that draws those lines to determine technically where price will turn, right? A sentimental trader is the one, it's like a combination of both. Now, where you read the news and you also check the technicals if both are in sync, right? So those are normally the traders that are most likely to become part of the 5% profitable traders globally, because of they've got enough information to actually run the business. So it's just a matter of you accumulating as much information as possible in order for you to become that 5% profitable traders globally. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you spoke about less informed, you know, and I want to come to this issue of forex as a scam, forex
Yes,
trading
yes,
as a
yes,
scam.
yes,
you know,
yes, yes, yes.
people when they hear the word forex trading, they that thing is
Hey, no,
not
they start
working.
shaking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
no,
is a
they start
scam. You know,
shaking.
people say, no, man, my money have been chowed. You know, tell me about that. How do we make sure that people get accurate information that forex trading is something that is legit? You know, you
Yeah.
spoke about probability again. You
Yes,
know,
yes,
so
yes, yes,
how
yes.
do you actually inform people about that?
Okay, so firstly, there's always a disclaimer with forex, right? But let me just start with the scam one first, right? So there is a lot of misconception, and people are normally buying the lifestyle, right? So obviously, because of there's so many people that want to trade, because of they know that there's a lot of money to be made there, there's obviously going to be a lot of opportunists as well, which turn out to be scammers, right? And they know that a lot of people buy into a lifestyle more than anything, so they use that to their advantage.
Exactly.
Right? And obviously then at the end of the day, forex becomes notorious because of that, right? So for me personally, I think it's people just need to do their due diligence, right? I always say that before you get into anything, you need to be well informed. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's Forex or whatever the case may be. You need to have information as of what you are getting into, right? So normally I would say to anyone that introduces me to a system or to whatever that has to do with Forex, to send me a track record, right? Because of numbers don't lie, you know. So if you are able to send me a track record of at least 6 months showing me the profits that you've been making through the Forex trading alone, then I can be convinced, you know, if I can actually see the numbers, right? Even though the current results cannot determine the future results, at least you can be able to measure the risk based on that 6 months, right? So most people are not making money from Forex trading. They're actually making money from selling courses and from selling signals, which won't even make you profitable. So a signal is whereby I do the analysis and then I'm telling you that is uninformed that buy gold or sell silver or whatever the case may be. So I'm giving you a signal and then you take the signal based on my instruction, right? Only to find that even those signals are not profitable. So you'll be paying me a subscription on a monthly basis in order for me to give you signals, right? So that is why you'll find that most people are not making money. And the ones that seem to be making money with Forex are actually not making money with Forex, but they're making money with selling signals, selling courses. Some even go as far as selling robots. So a robot actually trades on your behalf, right? Of which most robots that I've come across, they will be profitable for like 1 week, 2 weeks, and then at the end of the day, it blows an account. And you find that you've paid like 15,000 rand for that robot. So you also need to see a track record for that robot, that how long has this robot been profitable? Was it profitable for the past 3 years or the past 2 years or the past year or whatever the case may be? But if you're going to backtest that robot and you find that it is not profitable for over a year, then you know the level of risk, right? So it all depends on the people that are getting into the business, if they are willing to actually do the research, you know, because some people come into the business thinking that Forex is a get-rich-quick scheme, and they believe that they will come in today and then tomorrow they are millionaires. It doesn't work like that. There is risk involved in this business, you know. That is why you'll always find that there's a disclaimer that trading the financial instruments carries a high level of risk. It may not be suitable for all investors, you know. And I always tell people, do not trade with funds you cannot afford to lose, you know, because sometimes you find people, they are taking their transport money to go to work. They're putting it in the Forex market, hoping to make a killing. Next thing you know, the account is blown. Now they don't have money to go to work. You start knocking on doors, you know, lending money. So I think you shouldn't invest funds which you do not afford to lose. And also some take it as a casino, you know, where they are gambling now. They don't know what they are doing, but they're just buying and selling, hoping to make a profit. And it doesn't work like that. You need to be very well informed and understand that Forex trading is actually a business, right? The losses that you take need to be calculated losses, and those are the losses that we normally say it's the cost to do business.
So do you guys teach your students in your programs about that, the information that you
Risk
are,
management, yes, definitely.
yes.
you do, and you spoke about a very important issue. I was going to come to that one.
Yeah.
The issue of the robots and people
Yes,
who are
yes,
not
yes.
making a well-informed research. There is this one of me not having time to trade, you know, and I ask you, Sis Naomi, now I don't have time to trade, you know, I'm busy. Can you trade on my behalf? I think I've seen you guys. I think you also do it.
Yes, yes.
Please.
Yes, so we do have a service called copy trading. So what is copy trading? Copy trading is when you open an account with a broker and then link that account with our account. So we are the master traders. So when you link your account, automatically whatever that we do on our account, it will affect your account as well. So you are basically copying the trades that we are placing on our master account. So how it works is that the client keeps 30% of the profits that are being 70% of the profits that are being generated, and then as a strategy provider we keep 30%. So that's how copy trading works. So we recommend that for clients that are working most of the time, other people that don't have the time to actually trade or look into the trading space. So that is the service that we provide.
So in that one, am I gonna? Is it legit? Like you can't rob me, for example. That no, today we didn't make money, whereas you have made money.
No. So the beauty about it is that you've got full control of your funds, right? So it's not like you are sending money to us and then we take that money and fund the account and then we have to give you updates. No, you open an account under your name with the broker. So the broker is actually the middle person that is linking us together, right?
Okay.
But you don't have access to my account, I don't have access to your account. So you can see everything that is happening. So if I place a trade on my account, it will automatically place a trade on your account. So we don't even know the people that are following us, by the way, on the copy trading accounts, you know. So we just see the numbers growing, but we don't even know who's following. But we just know that when we make profit, whoever that is following is also making profit.
And the nicest thing about it is you can withdraw anytime you want. You have the access, all the access, you have it. We don't have any access of your account to say, okay, we're gonna make withdrawals or whatsoever. So the broker, what it does is that it splits the profit as well. So after, for an example, if we're trading $100 account and we make let's say $100 profit, it will take that $70 into your account and take the $30 into our account.
Okay, so you guys
automatically.
So you are not affected in your profits, like, because the money that you guys are when you trade, you're trading in your account.
Yes.
So you are using your money, isn't it?
Yes. So if we lose, if you lose, we also losing.
But how do you then, apart from 30%, how do you then gain? So do you only use your money, or I also have the money that I contribute?
Yeah, remember when you open an account, you need to fund that account, right? So if you funded it with $100, when I place a trade on my account, it will automatically place a trade on your account.
Okay.
So if I make $10, it will automatically make $10 on your account as well, right?
Okay.
But when the profit split happens, I only get $3 from your $10,
okay,
right? And then you keep the remaining $7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I see.
But if let's say you've invested more than what is in my account, there is something that is called auto equity, right? Whereby if I make 1% of my $100, it also makes 1% of your $1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
it seems interesting.
Yeah, no, it is.
All right. So tell me, guys, how do you then, forex trading? It seems like you have to focus. It needs a lot of attention. So how do you make? You spoke about that you guys go all the time in the bookshops, to develop yourself. So how do you balance your time, between reading, and I'm going to ask also about the journal, the next question. But let's talk about reading for now. How do you then balance your time between reading and focusing on forex trading?
So firstly, on my side, that's one of the reasons why I got Nomi as my personal assistant, because of I wanted to buy time. So I believe in buying time more than anything.
I agree. Yeah.
So that was the first move that I made to actually buy myself time. So it even goes as far as I no longer even analyze the markets. She's the one that is doing the analysis and all of that, So at first she was very nervous when she had to send out signals and all of that. And shocking enough, the first 6 weeks she had 100% win rate, which built her confidence. And it's so nice to see a female trader actually setting an example, especially now that there are so many scammers out there that are deceiving and misleading people, which are not actually making money from forex, So on my side, she's the one that's running my schedule, by the way. So if we've got meetings like today, she's the one that makes sure that we are here on time.
Yes.
Yeah, and all of that, right? So I've got a lot of time for myself now, which I can actually allocate for doing more research, because I'm more in the innovative space now, where I'm creating strategies. We are busy with a robot now also as well, because we saw that there are so many robots that are not making money. So we want to be part of the people that actually come up with something which is really, really tangible, So for example, the one that we've built multiple ones, and we are doing stress tests to make sure that it doesn't blow an account. So one of them actually took an account from $1,000 to $30,000 within 18 months. So that's how powerful that robot is. We haven't launched it yet because we are still running tests to make sure that once we launch it, anyone that knows it becomes financially free, like it or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, on my side, she's the one that runs my schedule most of the time. But
So for me, normally what I do is on Mondays I give myself some. On Mondays, I give myself some time to read because I don't trade much during on Mondays. Then Tuesdays, that's when then I start sending out the signals. So I think it's very important as a trader to inform yourself, especially on the risk management side. You have to read books that have information regarding that, because of I think if you're going to be a profitable trader, you need to be a good risk manager. That's what I could say.
Oh, okay. I wanted to ask, but I think we are gonna take a short break now. So when we come, the first thing that you're gonna start with is you guys telling me about. But I think you have mentioned, maybe Mr. Tinyiko, just the kinds of books that you read.
Okay.
She spoke about the risk
management books. Yeah.
So you will tell us about the kind of books that you read. But for now, let's just take a short break.
Okay, no
and
problem.
Then we will come back shortly.
Super.
Thank you. Welcome back to our very exciting episode of On Writing with Onkarabile, and I'm still having Mr. Tinyiko and Aus Naomi on our studio. But before that, please don't forget to subscribe, to share online, like and share this inspirational interview. Before we went for break, we were talking about the kind of books that you guys read. And Aus Naomi just shared, the kind of books, the risk management books.
Yes.
But Aus Naomi, before maybe we go to Mr. Tinyiko, can you please share with us what are the names of the books that maybe you...
So my favorite, I'll just name one. It's Operational Risk Management by Jackie. So it teaches you more about how you can risk your account and how the calculations that maybe you can consider when you are trading, and then also the psychology behind the risk management of your account. So that's my favorite. That's my favorite book. So people can just Google it or download it or whatever. Yes.
That's nice. Mr. Tinyiko, your kind of books.
No, you'll actually be very shocked, because of most of the books that I read are actually self-development books. However, I do have a few trading books that I have, right? So I'll name just a few. So The Atomic Habits is one of the books. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, because you obviously have to understand how finances work, because what's the point of making money and then you don't even know how to utilize it, The $1 Billion Secret is one of them. The 5 a.m. Club. So those are the books that I normally read for self-development. And the only technical Forex trading books that I have is The Art of Trading. I was gifted by a friend of mine, by the way, Ref Wayne. So he gave it to me as a gift. So that was my first trading book which I ever had, right? The second one, he gifted me the second one also. It's Top-Down Analysis by Bafana and Ref Wayne. And then the other one is obviously Baby Peeps, which most of us went through. So those are the trading books. Even the Psychology of Trading, by the way, because psychology obviously plays a huge role when it comes to trading. I mean, trading is mostly 80% of psychology, and then the other 20%, that's where now the technicals and everything else come in. But the psychology plays a very, very, very great role. So I think if you master psychology in trading, you've mastered, you will automatically become part of the 5% technical profitable traders. Because sometimes you find that you are trading, you are in deep profit, you are excited, and then you don't book profits, right? So that is part of the psychology. Then the price reverses. Now you are in a deep negative. Now you start to shake now. Now you start regretting that, I should have booked, Then all of a sudden you are closing losses and then your day is ruined now. So now it messes up with your psychology. So when you master psychology, then definitely you'll definitely make it in the Forex space.
All right.
And
Yeah.
I think for women, they must read that one because we
Yeah,
are
ish.
very emotional beings. So when you see those losses, it happens to me. Sometimes
I caught her crying one day. Ish.
So,
Yeah, now I'm
so I find
comforting her.
myself
That
like
no, everything will be fine. Don't worry. Ish.
So yeah, Forex is very psychological, and people need to strengthen their psychology when it comes to Forex. Yes.
Okay. You know, I'm listening to you guys, and I'm just asking myself, you know, such kind of knowledge that, you know, people don't have. And I mean, apart from you guys, you spoke about that now you about to launch, you know, a robot.
Yeah.
You know, I've never heard about that. You know, it's the first time I hear about
Serious. Okay.
that. And obviously, I'm not the only person.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. No,
because
that's
like
true,
we
that's
spoke earlier that we have this negative mentality when you hear about Forex trading.
Yes,
When
yes.
someone just come tell you about I'm a Forex trader, you don't even want to hear
yeah,
about
you're
it.
not
You
interested.
understand?
Ish.
But I want to know, apart from you guys, do we have people? I know that when they say when change begins, it must begin with you. But do you maybe perhaps encourage your mentees that when they trade, you know, when they are successful in trading, they must not only do for themselves, but they must do what you guys are doing and actually impart knowledge to other people. Do you encourage them?
Yeah, actually, that's the main thing. That's the main reason why we are in the public. You know, so I always say that you haven't lived until you've changed a life, right? Which is the main reason why we are doing what we are doing, right? Because we believe that we've got the skill to actually multiply money. And if we can share that skill, obviously there are people that don't want to learn. But it's better to actually learn and be able to do it yourself so that you can pass it on to the
Yeah,
next generation,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So those people that are smart enough to actually purchase the course, then they know that they will no longer rely on us. Because of, if you think about it, out of millions of traders globally, only 5% is profitable. So to find that 5%, it's not pap and meat, right? If you find that 5%, you must hold on to that 5% because of a lot of people are looking for people like us, but they cannot find us. You know, because of what? There's a lot of misconception when it comes to Forex, a lot of scammers, like Instagram traders and all of that, right, which are selling the lifestyle. So it's very important that you find the right mentor who's going to teach you the right information, because of there's so much information out there, but it's only a part of that information that actually works, that will actually make you become part of the 5% profitable traders. I mean, even our students, we get so shocked when we see the progress from our students, you know. So it's them that are now speaking on our behalf that, hey guys, ever since we've completed this course, we've started making money from Forex trading, you know. That's what touches us. If we're able to give the skill to the next person and they carry the skill over, that's a change that you are making, you know. So yeah.
Okay. Anything on that? Can you just add on? anything?
I think it's important to share knowledge, and that's we are rooted in that. And then I think it's very important that if I know something, teach me something. You know, if there's, because what we do, me and Tinyiko, is if, for an example, he was reading a book, and that book is very powerful and it has like an information that can change my life, he does share. So if you are sharing that to somebody else, maybe you won't know that you are changing that person's life completely. So I think that is what we always tell our students, that do not be greedy with information. Share information, because the more you share, the more you receive. I think that's one of the laws of the universe. So when you share to people, you will get more, even more knowledge and wisdom for yourself.
No, that's true.
Yes.
And one of the greatest way of sharing knowledge is to write a book. Are you guys
Yeah, no,
considering to write book one day?
You'll be shocked. We've already started actually,
Oh,
and
nice.
we are almost done, by the way.
Nice,
So
nice.
that book, it's called Mr. $1 Forex
Trading.
Yeah, secrets.
Mr. $1 Forex trading. Secret, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
yeah, no, that book we actually are giving now to the people. So we know that it's going to help a lot of people, because of even some books that you read are actually not giving the valuable information that we actually supposed to have, right? And it's shocking because of some books are actually programmed to make you lose money.
Is it?
Yeah, hey, you'll be shocked. Hey, the system is, yeah, but I don't want to go too deep in that one, right? So that is why I always say that people must start believing in themselves, right? And understanding that if you believe in yourself, you're most likely to unlock higher intelligence, which you've never tapped into, right? So if you rely too much on the next person, then you'll not know your capabilities. So once you understand that you've got a brain for a reason, and you have to use that brain, you'll start unlocking a lot of things. Because of what's happening now is that people are being programmed in a specific way to believe things, right? Which are actually most likely to deceive you, for example, right? So you always have to go back to the basics. Ask yourself, if this book is spread out all over the world and 95% are losing, what does that tell you?
Yeah.
There is a specific program in order for them to collect whatever that needs to be collected, which is money, right? So you need to think in reverse, whereby you do not follow the crowd, you go your own route, which is doing the opposite of what everybody else is doing, right? So if everybody else is seeing a buy in gold, right, they are most likely to lose. So rather you look for sales because of 95% are losing. So you'll go the other route where the big sharks are, right? So I think you also, so that's the main reason why we actually wrote the book. We're going to be launching it very soon, by the way. Hey, it's very interesting. It's going to shake a poverty, like it or not. Yeah, no, it's going to shake poverty.
No, that's
so
great.
yeah, no, that
That's
book
great.
it has very, very valuable information, things that you won't just find anywhere, you know. And a lot of traders overlook very important information, you know. It goes as far as small things that create the market, you know. Like I'm a very deep analyst, you know. I analyze anything too deep. It doesn't matter if it's a juice or whatever the case it is, right? Even as I'm here, I've analyzed a lot of things. So, for example, when it comes to the market, right, all you see is candlesticks. You need to go as far as asking yourself, what forms that candlestick? It's two things. It's time and price, right? And there's only two buttons. Either you buy or you sell. But all the money in the world is there, and 95% are losing, you know? So it's not complicated. You just need to go deep and understand, if it's only two things that is forming the market, which is time and price, it simply means that where time and price meet, there is profit. Where time and price don't meet, there is a loss. So once you understand that, you'll start understanding why your technical analysis patterns fail, because of you probably took a buy or sell where time and price don't meet. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's that
yeah.
a little deep information that people don't know, you know. It's just like understanding a currency, right? So if they say, if you are trading Euro USD, those are two different economies, right? It's the euro and the dollar. You need to understand the value before you pay them.
Yeah.
You can't say you are buying Euro USD, meanwhile both the euro and the dollar are strong. You understand what I'm saying? So these are just little things that lead people to losing money, you know. But I don't want to go too deep. If I had to go too deep, I know a lot of people were.
The book is coming.
Yes,
the book is coming.
Adding on what he was saying, so the book, as you said, you mentioned earlier on that a lot of people don't have more information when it comes to trading. Yeah. So the book also explains deep how you can actually make a living out of trading, and it's real. Like, it's a book that is real. You can, it's like telling us, you know, at the books that where you read books and you are telling a story. It's like that story, that real story, true stories. So it's a nice book. A lot of people will really get more information with that book.
Okay. I want to know, Mr. Tinyiko, I mean, you other name, you call yourself Mr. $1 Forex Trader.
Yeah. Hey.
Where is that name coming from?
Hey, you'll be shocked because of that name. Actually, we used to, so we lost so much money in Forex to a point where I analyzed, why am I losing so much money? Man. But I realized that if you can master your timing, if you can time the market correctly, right, it will reduce the risk of losing money, right? So I mentioned earlier that psychology it plays a very big role. So I thought to myself, okay, how can I manipulate my mind in order for me to be able to start making profit, right? So I said, okay, let me trade with a $1 account, right? So that account, whatever trade that I'm going to place, it's either I blow it or I make profit, because of it's a very small amount, right? And I can't afford to blow it. So I need to make sure that I don't blow it, which forced me into being very cautious when it comes to the timing, because of I don't want to blow the account, right? So it's like I manipulated my mind in that way to a point where I ended up mastering catching sniper entries, right? Where when I place a trade, it doesn't even reverse, it goes straight into profit. So I was able to actually grow a $1 account with my brother, by the way. He's my mentor, the one that taught me how to trade. So to a point where we did it so many times that we ended up saying, "Hey, now I'm Mr. $1." Yeah, so that's how the name came about. So if you can check the logo, it's actually a face. So this face, I actually saw a graphic designer drawing the face from scratch with a software, you know. So I was just walking in the room and I saw that face. I'm like, yo, no, this is beautiful. Even the color, like exactly how you see it. So I'm like, that face, what is it? What are you doing there? And he's like, no, he's just drawing. And I'm like, no, I want to buy that face. That's Mr. $1. So that's, yeah, that's how the face came, because obviously the name needed a logo. So that's how the face came about also.
Oh, that's interesting. And Sis Naomi, please, you know, in your journal, what do you write in your journal, especially when it comes to forex trading? You know, when you are alone and you are planning there, what do you mostly write?
So I check what are the pairs that I'm going to trade for that week, and there are a lot of things that you need to consider before you can even start analyzing, right? So I start off by planning my day. Before I can even plan my trades, I plan my day, because of if you don't plan your day, it can mess up your trading, right? So when it comes to planning my trades, I firstly check the currency pairs that I'm going to trade for that day, and then I check the strength of those pairs, because of as he has mentioned that you can't trade, for an example, if it's Euro USD and both they have a strong strength, you can't trade both of those pairs. Yeah, you can't pair them. So it's one of the things that I write down. And then obviously I check also my risk when it comes to, I plan my risk, what risk, how much am I risking when I'm going to place that trade. So it's basically those steps that I take when I write my journal.
And let's talk about, you know, the benefit, just in closing. We will be closing now. The benefit, I think we mentioned, but just, you know, maybe specifically, the benefits of reading and writing about forex trading.
Okay, so on my side, the benefits is that as I write the book, I also get to know myself deeper, right? And I get to realize the experiences that I went through, you know, and it teaches you a lot, because of it makes you aware of what more you can do in the future, right? So another benefit is that the next person that reads the book gets to know how much of a legend you are, right? Because of now they understand, they even relate to your story. Because some people, you find that they are about to quit, but after reading the book, then they get remotivated,
Yes.
you know, and then they understand that they are not the only ones that went through the struggle, right? Because most people quit because of they feel strained and they feel like they can't take it anymore, right? Only to find that you only cannot take it anymore if your mind tells you that, right? But if you believe that you will make it, like it or not. I mean, it's the law of attraction, right? Whatever that you think, you are going to attract exactly that. It's just like I always say, explain it in terms of the law of gravity, right? If you jump, you're definitely going to come back down, right? So the law of attraction works the exact same way, but in this sense, it works through thoughts. So that is why it's very important to monitor your thoughts, right? Because of whatever that you think, it will manifest in your physical realm. So you're just waiting for that countdown. So if you always have a negative thought that I know this thing is difficult, it will manifest in your physical. The sad part is that it will not only bring that thought to you, but everything else which is vibrating in the same frequency as that specific one. So if you believe that, I'm going to blow this account, you're going to blow even the rest of the accounts that are coming. So we first need to monitor our thoughts, make sure that we've got a positive mindset, and then that will allow you to actually reach your goals, because of you already know that whatever happens or whatever obstacles that come along the way, you understand that that is just a building block for you. So it will allow you to gain the experience to become a better person in the future. So if you come across obstacles, you need to take that as training. Don't take it as a downfall or anything like that, you know. So if you can just understand that, and also understand that when you have stress, that thing will not change anything. Because if you are stressing, you're just ruining your day, you know. So rather just dance and be happy. Because when you stress, nothing will change anyway. You know. So it's just it's all a mindset. So once your mindset is on point, that definitely everything else will flow, like it or not. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And in 30 seconds, if people want to get hold of you guys, they want to join your mentorship programs, where can they get hold of you?
Oh, okay. So on Instagram, it's Mr. $1 Forex Trading. Facebook, it's still Mr. $1, as in like Mr. and then one, as in one.
The number one.
The number one. Dollars, a dollar in like DOLLAR.
Okay.
Yes. And then you can also contact us on 0626 0626 898 567, and you can
on Instagram also. So in Instagram, my name is Tinyiko _Miyambo 23. But on Instagram, you have to make sure that it has a blue verification tick, because now we've got so many people faking my account now. They're trying to scam people with my name, because obviously when you start being known, then they say, hey, no, here's an opportunity.
No,
so
true.
even on Facebook, if it doesn't have that verification tick, then it's not me. Definitely not me.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, thank you guys for coming, making time for such, rich information.
Yeah, no, super.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, we are honored. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our episode. A very interesting one, very heavy, very rich knowledge. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, to share online, like, and share this inspirational interview. My name is Onkarabile Mokoto, and I will see you next time when we meet. Thank you so much.